I'm a student of zootechnist. I'm from Mirim, São Paulo, and I live with my grandparents. And I like it. My hobby is dancing too.
Good.
and, and I think that is that.
Oh, good. Another dancer. Oh, dancing it's all in life, I think. And how about you, Angel, my man?
Hello, everyone. My name is Endo Miller. I am 33 years old. I'm from Goiânia. I'm a scientist as well. I'm living in Campinas, São Paulo, and that's all.
And Chris, how about you?
Hello guys, good morning. My name is Crislana. I'm 18. I'm from São João, Bahia. I'm a Spanish hostess here at TNT and I learn English.
Yes, and you know that you sound totally different when you speak English and Spanish, you know. Let's see. Guys, started the first question. First question is about a video. So the video said, well, the change in the human body will depend. One of the things it's about our environment. So our environment. And do you think that our current environment is helping us to improve or trying to destroy us? Angel, I want to start with you.
It's a tough question.
Well, very interesting question about, well, I think it's destroying us is a very strong word, you know, because destroying us, of course, we are destroying ourselves, you know, so it's a very problematic thing. Well, sometimes I think we as a human trying to evolve some parts of the body, you know, intend to do something good or better. But in terms of rationality, for example, what the nature did with us, you know, is to provide us evolving, but through the time, you know, and we're trying to do this very fast. And sometimes a lot of things, you know, get wrong because of that, you know. For example, I think that the videos showed something about the running, you know, and the ability of the human to run. We develop it through the times, you know, because the size of our head, you know, have a very very right aerodynamic, you know, for the body. So yeah, it's very complicated to explain, but you know, that's all.
Yes, thank you. I understand it, and it's complicated. I made this question the first one to bring with the impact. But let's see. How about you, Jefferson? What do you think about it?
It's a tough question, but let's go on. You can destroy us when you are drinking so much, smoking so much, doing bad things, running in streets with a lot of pollution, for example, so are destroying us, the environment. But can help to improve us when you think about the best way to live, to have a good health, to gain mass and to lose weight. I think this is. This is.
And let's see, Jackie, how about you?
Well, I think it is dependent on you, because some people like to go to the gym, practice experts, and is that carry with yourself, your health. But as side in the video, some people is much dependent with the technology today and not care for your health. But I agree, the children today, in this generation, is born more intelligent. Sometimes I like my cousin, and she's having 2 years, and think, well, it's much intelligent. When I have 2 years, I don't look like this. And I think this depends in your mind, in your pensament. I don't know how to say this in English.
With your thinking or thoughts.
Yeah, thinking. Yes, thank you.
I got it. And you, Ryan.
So I think the environment is helping us to improve. If we look the food, depending on the food we choose to eat, we can improve our health. But like as I said, depends on our choice. If we look to technology, today the children are using technology at the time and all the time. So I see in news that this is the use of technology by the children are how can I say, are difficulting to the learning by them. So depends on the choice we made.
I got it. And you, Chris?
For me, I think our environment is not working and evolving because of ourselves. We are not taking care of the nature, and we are already suffering the consequence, like the Amazon forest, the fire in the Amazon forest, like the industry with the greenhouse gas. So we are not take care of the nature. We are suffering the consequence.
Yes, and I totally agree with all you guys. Most of I think it's depend of us nowadays, not on the environment did, and depending on us, we are like Chris said, now it's destroying this environment. So how could this help us if we are destroying this? So that's the point. And I thought that the main points depend more us nowadays, depend more about us to the environment indeed. So the number 2, it's another important point, is how we feed it. We feed ourselves. So can you imagine yourself in a forest without a supermarket, trying to survive? And what is a good alimentation for you? You smile, Jackie. What do you think about you in a forest trying to survive? What do you think about this question?
I never imagined me with this because I am a much scared person. I am much scared, and I like to naturally, but I never to go the forest alone. I prefer this go to day and day, and well, I don't know. I don't imagine me hunting other animal. I am so cool. I am so cool. I love animals. I don't like to. I don't. I think I will. I can't to kill an animal. I think I am to my alimentation with the fruit in my survival. With if I go to the forest alone or first of I after in this situation. Yes, it is this.
Good. And let's see, Ryan, how about you, man? I see you. I see you could survive, man. You could survive.
I don't know. I don't know. I think the difficult in the forest will be how to hunt. I don't know why we'll hunt, but because the food, we know that there is more food. So look to the second question, was a good alimentation for you? Another difficult in the forest will be how to identify if the food is poisonous or not. I don't know how to do this. That's it.
Good. And let's see, Jefferson, how about you?
Well, you can imagine supermarkets in a forest, but you can imagine a lot of things you can eat. You can drink a lot of good water, a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits from the forest. So you can imagine just a supermarket, because when you imagine supermarkets, you imagine 4,000 items you can eat, you can food. I think that's a good question. And what's a good alimentation for me? It's a good alimentation. It's a balance with carbohydrate, with vegetables, with good fruits, with no junk foods.
The industrialization or industrial foods, indeed, the junk food. Yeah.
Junk foods, yeah.
And the point about to see a forest as a supermarket was great. Was great. I like it. I like it. And how about you, Chris?
I can imagine me live in a forest, but I think it was good because we have natural food, natural water. So I think our body can works better than our alimentation right now. And a good alimentation for me, it's that make our body working well and give us energy. And about the industry of food, it's not all the food it's bad like people think. For example, we have milk, and the natural milk it's more dangerous than the industrial milk because we have some microorganisms and that make us can make us sick with some dangerous disease. So, for example, the milk it's it's better to buy in the supermarket than you drink the natural milk.
Yeah, the milk is totally true. And what about your final thesis on the course or not?
Oh, I got 8.5.
Good work, good work, good work. And how about you, Andrew?
I imagine myself like Tarzan or Mowgli, dancing with tigers and lions and singing all days, jumping the trees.
Really good, really good.
Dancing with the animals.
Dancing with the animals, yes, please, please.
Well, I think if I was in a forest, I need to learn how to run. That's the first, we will learn how to run because it's about the necessity. It's not about if it's not about if so question, if you are in the nature, you have to learn or you die. And I think Jefferson told a very interesting point that, we are as a human being, we have different of the on the other animal, we have rationality. So we have the ability to choose, and to select a balanced food, you know. So we are in the forest nowadays, we can understand, oh, I need to carbohydrate, you know, I need to protein, I need to, you know, so we can select the things in the nature, like a whole natural supermarket. Not like that, but more or less.
Yeah, I like it, that idea too. Totally, totally understand. And I'm too. I will be the Tarzan dancing with the animals. Totally, totally.
And singing.
But let's see. Another question. It's about number 3. One of the difference between us and the other animals is that we can extend our lives with medicines and other technologies. And do you agree with the use of technology to extend life in all the situations? Chris, want to start with you?
Oh, let me think a little bit.
Yeah, it's a difficult one.
I think not all the cases. I saw once in the television about people that are it's freezed. I don't know the name in English, but it has some millionaire people freezed waiting for the technology of the for oh my gosh, how can I say resurvive? I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind that, so resurvive.
Yeah, resurvive them, and I think it's in US, and a lot of people is waiting for this, and I think it's a little bit crazy to die and then resurvive. It's I kind of crazy, and I think it's not good because it's your time and it's you have a chance to live. You can doing good things, and for example go to the gym or a good alimentation to have a health life. And if you die, you die. Just this.
Got it. And for you, Jackie, what do you think about it?
Well, I agree with Chris, and I would just say this: the technologies is a extensive of our life in all the situations, but I agree is the technologies in the medicine is very much important, and when for example we can to use the artificial respiration, something. Yeah, and other technologies is important for you can to extend one life. But I think we can do better when, for example, the cancer is not to. I don't have technology to we can use for the in a cancer is, and it's a I don't know to say doença in English.
Disease.
Disease, and this is a disease very old in the comparison with other disease, and we can use the technology for care this. And I agree this technology is important, but it's not all the case.
Got it. And for you, Ryan?
So for me, I don't believe in all situations. I think two things have to be considered if who will use the technology and medicines want use, and it's not going to hurt other people's use technology under the decisions of other people's. That's it.
Good point. Good point. Come here, some examples about the two things that you said. Really good, really good. And you, Endo.
I agree with Ryan. But it's a kind of extend even this conversation because it's about the law, for example, sometimes. So it's hard to discuss about that. However, I think, for example, the technology brings us another perspective of life in terms of to provide the balance in the life for the people that have some disease, for example, in an opposite the theory of Darwin, for example, in that terms you can, but the consequence of that is trying to more or less to spread genes, diseases gene. I don't know how can I say it, but I have thinking about that, so much, but to spread the disease genes over the world, over the life, the human life. So, but I think the first point is we are a society have to make choose, and sometimes if the people want to use the technology to stand something, go ahead. That's I don't think it's a healthy thing because sometimes we have to relearn or learn again how to deal with the nature. That's my point.
Yes, and totally. We totally spread the Jesus genes. That's happened. This happened. And how about you, Jefferson?
Well, I think it's very important to think about the new kinds of medicines, the new kinds of supplements, the new kinds about vitamins. This is very important to extend our life. It's very important. And about the technology, it's a very interesting question because you have for example, sequences today about DNA, RNA. This is very important to think about the disease. You can see the sequences and to think about, oh, I'm going to take this kind of medicine or this kind of technology to lead with the diseases. This is very important. For example, maybe I will have a cancer in the future, and if I use technology today, I can prepare for the cancer for the future, or avoid the cancer for the future. For example, if you have a good health, you have a good medicine, a good supplement. I think technology is very important, but technology it's no extend life for all situations, but for most of the situations. The big example today is that we are living more than in the past, like we see in the film. It's very important.
Yeah, they got it. And this part about the DNA, at some ethical issues about that, because when we have this technology to use for human indeed, so we could use for babies too, as the video said, for the babies or before the baby born indeed. So this is ethical issues. I think for me it's wrong. For me it's wrong to select the baby like that. But we had a film, Gattaca. Gattaca, it's really good. Gattaca is a show that the society has involved that could select the baby. So the baby selected with no disease, no high performers, all the kind of good points are selected, and the parents paid for it, and the others that it's no that's the child or the person that was no selected will be excluded, will be avoided. because not the right way to be a human like that. Oh, I have another good point in this film. Gattaca, it's a really good film.
I think
Yeah.
it's interesting how the people think, it's awesome because it's
Yes.
funny at the same time, because for example, you see the people trying to do the I don't know how can I say in English, but face harmonization or something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
that's the face harmonization, I think.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a very crazy thing, because it's like I think nowadays, like the people that trying to admire the nature nowadays, like, oh my god, I only use the thing that of the nature. Well, I mean, we have a lot of people that consume the nature. Oh, I need technology. And nowadays, another movement, against an opposite that, kind of behavior. So we are starting to select some genes, like something that we are consider now good or beautiful. And in the future, we think, oh, I think I like the natural because the natural is more beautiful. I know. But, you have all this opposite idea through the time. So it's
Yes.
very random and crazy.
Controversial, yeah.
Totally controversy.
Totally. Oh, that is really good. That's really good. And let's see. Another question, it's about, do you believe that it's possible to reach or exceed all of our body limits? I did an example of Usain Bolt, Usain Bolt run faster than Usain Bolt that runs 100 meters in 9.54 seconds. So run faster than the fastest man alive, or, exceed all their limits. What do you think, Ryan?
So first thing I think we have to discuss is what is body's limit. If we use Usain Bolt as an example, I think it's possible. In Olympics, we saw some of people breaking records.
Yeah,
So
breaking world records.
World records. So I think it's possible.
Totally. And what do you think, Jackie?
Well, in my case, my body, I never to like the boat because I'm lazy person too. I say two disadvantages in my person in 1 hour. But I try to have a health food and natural health food, to go to the gym, not all the day, but but I believe if you to esforçar, I don't to say this in English.
Put a lot of effort.
Effort.
Yeah.
If you be a effort person, you can to improve your body and be like a boat.
Yeah, I would say even if you put a lot of effort, I mean you don't. I mean, no. But what do you think, Chris? Chris, you there?
Yeah. So I think if you train and have focus, it's possible to do, but I think it is extremely difficult. But I think if it was your dream, you can read them.
I got it. And how about you, Angel?
Well, I think in terms of science, it's totally possible. We see it, all the time. When for example, when you watch some movie about, sci-fi, for example, we in the past and nowadays I don't believe that it nowadays it exists. No, it's awesome. So I think we can, extend the limit of our body. However, it will cause a lot of problem. That's it. And we see it again, as well. We see it nowadays, the people trying to exceed the body limits, and causes some problem or hurt some part of the body, trying to do that, And in the future, I think using the technology, the people will stay very crazy with that thing. I imagine a very, very crazy situation, behavior in using technology.
Agreed, totally agreed. And you, Jefferson?
Well, when I was young, I used to exceed my limits a lot. I try to do my best. For example, the running, I run a lot. Until today, I'm playing football. Not now because the pandemic, but I love to play football. So I all the time I try to exceed my limit. About Olympic Games, it's very interesting questions because all the athletes are trying to run faster, to do the best thing. I think the big problem to exceed the body limits is about the mental health. We see like Simone, for example. Huh?
Simone Biles, yeah.
Simone Biles. This is a good question. You can to exceed your body limits, but you need to think about mental health. We have more than 10 athletes with problem with mental health, but just Simone didn't I forgot the name. She chose exposes
show that.
Shoulder the problem.
Yeah. Oh, I believe more than 10, more than 1,000, more than 1,000,000 athletes have problem with that. I had no doubt of that, but I totally agree with you guys. That it's possible to achieve and pass for these limits. But I think we will reach how can I say in English? Plateau. A plateau. With that we need to use something more to something other kind of things to improve that. And this is about the other question. And what is our opinion about the use of medication or other methods to improve performance in sports? Today we have doping, we have some medicines, medicines or methods that athletes use that is not available, that's not fair. I don't know it's the word, but so we name it doping because it uses technologies to improve your performance that is not allowed. So what do you think about this? Do you think could be allowed to use medicines and other methods to improve our performance as athletes? Jefferson, let's start with you. Oh, I'll bring people back to. Well, you can talk. You can talk.
It's finished the class so far.
It's
so fast. The discussion is so good. That's so fast. 4 questions only today.
but you can answer. You can answer. Don't worry.
Okay. My opinion, you can use a lot of medications, but if the medication is good for health, no problem. This medication is not good for health is a big problem. Like you said about doping, for example, that used in sport since 1963 is using doping in sport.
Yeah. And let's see about you, Jackie. What do you think about this?
As I agree with Jefferson. I don't have one opinion about this, but I agree with the medicine is not bad for your health. Is okay, but you can have a care when you use the medicine for to improve your performance, because sometimes is can't you do consequence in the future.
Yes. And let's see, Chris, what do you think about this?
I think we only need to use medicine to make our body working well, and to improve only in some case, like you are going to the gym, you need to work out and use medicine um, to 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 give your body energy to make your exercise. So it's like if your body needs, it's good for your body, it's okay. But to like doping in the sports, it's really bad because destroy the body.
Yes, yes. And guys, I wanted to give a fresh opinion here. It's like I think that the athletes, if it was allowed to use any kind of thing, don't worry if I will lose 10 years of my life. Oh, don't worry, I will get the gold medal on the Olympics, you know. So doesn't matter if I waste, I don't know, 10 years or some kind of that. So because of that, I'm not so a favor and this kind of use it. And welcome back, guys. Let's see who's another room. Rogério, how was the conversation there?
Oh, Junior, as always, it was awesome. We can discuss about the questions, different point of views, and as always, our conversation was awesome.
Oh, really good, really good. Who was the leader?
Samia, great leader.
Someone left, But let's see, Mariana, what do you think about the conversation? What the highlight of what was the highlight of your conversation?
I like it. I get some new words, some new expressions, and I can learn with the colleagues in the other group, and I like it.
Glad to hear. Glad to hear. So let's see who else. Rosalia, in for you.
Yes, that's good because it's a great point. This topic, because you can talk a lot about this and the different point of views. I like it. It's just a great point for us.
Oh, great to hear. Really like it. And guys, I will finish the meeting today. So now to the others, we will not have anymore the feedback form. So but you will have another form to tell us what you like it, what you think about this meeting. It's telling us on the video on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So you can answer the comments of this video. And it's really great that you could hear yourself too. For the people it's here in the main room, could hear themselves too. How it's your English, hear yourself. It's really good. It's really good to improve yourself. And also take good comments there. You can do bad ones too. You can ask me or tell me on the Telegram too. I'm open for that. So I want to thank you all. And that is it. Have a nice week, guys. A nice day. I wish you all be safe. Wash your hands. Take care of yourselves, of your family. And that is it, guys. See you next week.
See you next.
Thank you. Bye.
See you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Bye
guys.